I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you I would get scared. I get scared all the time. And I always said, the day I stop being scared, I'm getting out of the business, because then you take it for granted, you get sloppy, and you get hurt. My name is Chuck Borden. I'm a professional stuntman. I come from Hollywood, and now I live in Peralta. As a kid, it was one of the things I really wanted to do. You know, you have the dream list as you're growing up. I wanted to be a race car driver, I wanted to be an astronaut, and stuntman was one of those things on the list. I never really thought much of it until I got to high school and I met a stuntman. And it was just like, right away, I was like, I've always wanted to be a stuntman. And he's like, well, then why don't you come with me to a movie set and see what it's like? And from day one, I was hooked. And it's like, then I knew, it's like, that's my life. I'm gonna be a stuntman. I had moved from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, just thinking I was getting away from the craziness. What a mistake that was. But she was traveling the world, and she's been traveling since she was 19, and just happened to be in Vegas when I moved there. We met on the Strip, and we lived there for about a year together. When she got pregnant, we decided the two of us were going to move back to Holland and raise a family here. So now I'm in Peralta. The hardest part for me was giving up my career, knowing that I wasn't getting the day-to-day jobs in the stunts like I was when I was living in Hollywood. So that was a tough decision. When I first came here, I was scooting around the industrial area here in a hot dog cart that I made. I built this thing just to make some side money. And it was just, you know, the money wasn't great. It was enough to pay for groceries and some gas and stuff, but it was more, I was going crazy because there wasn't nothing for me to do. That wasn't what I came for. That's not what I was here for. And so, you know, even though that was paying the bills at the time, it drove me nuts. And that almost sent me back to America by itself. And it wasn't until we decided, when I finally was going to give that up, and I said, we got to do something, we got to figure something out. I'm either going back to America by myself, you guys can go with me, or we're going to do something here that I can make a living at. I mean, it's not even about the money, it's about doing something that I can feel productive. And so we decided to start Stunt Camp, and that's how this kind of came about. It was something I wanted to do anyway. So when we decided to do this, it's like, all right, how are we going to raise the money? And I just happened to have a film, Oculus, right before we were going to start this. And it's like, all right, I got this film, I'm going to be there for a couple months, I'm going to make really good money. Let's use some of that money as a seed money to start this, and then we'll see where it goes. And we had about a half, maybe 2/3 of the money that we needed to start the business, and we just said, let's try. If we don't do it now, we're not going to. So we started knowing we were short with funds. Fortunately, Karen jumped in, and she wanted to be part of it, and she's been here, helped me, and most of the time running it. When I go on a movie set in America, she's running the place, you know, with our crew. So, you know, I'm fortunate that way. I found something that I can still do that I love, and you know, we're paying the bills for the most part. You know, it's rough, it's a startup business, but it's showing a lot of potential. So I feel comfortable now, and we'll see what the future holds. I've had stuntmen come from Ireland to train here. I've got companies that have come from Utrecht and Amsterdam. We had some people come from Rotterdam. They're coming from all over now. So word is getting out, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So we're just looking at the future, and just let's keep making this bigger.
This is the same rush I'll get from about 20+ meters. So, yeah, this is fun for me. I watch the faces, and you can see the joy and the scared, the anxiety and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's good, Carlo.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be able to do that, and you see the kids and the adults alike come in with big smiles on them. They come in not sure, and by the time they leave, they're smiling, they're laughing, they're high-fiving, they want our pictures, autographs, and so it's turning out really well. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. You know, we're getting a lot of people come in. I've not had a single negative comment about it. We got a school that comes back every year, so they've already been back here 3 times. We won the award for the Startup Company of 2014. It was quite a shock. And the day it was being presented, you know, we don't know where we stand, and they did all the judging while I was gone. They came to Stunt Camp, they looked at this stuff with Karen. I didn't know what to expect. And I walk in there and I see the awards up on the table and people kind of milling around, and I'm way in the back. And for the first time, really ever, I was scared. I've never been in the spotlight, and I was in the spotlight for the first time. And when we won, I was like, and I heard her say, you know, the winner is Stunt Camp. And they did it in Dutch, and I knew what she said, and I had to turn to Karen and say, did we win? I mean, I was just in shock. It's a good feeling, and it feels like it makes you feel like you've contributed something to somebody's life in a positive way.